morning, everyone. It's been a very long time since I've been here. Long COVID has absolutely knocked the stuffing out of me. I haven't crafted in that many months. This was a real challenge. It took me 3 days to try and come up with the ideas. So bear with me. I've done a lot of prep, so it's easier for me to do the video and easier for you to follow, because obviously you know how to cut a tag out. You know how to cut ephemera out. You don't really need me to do that. I'm trying very hard to get stronger each day, but unfortunately I had long COVID last year. I was starting to get better and then I got it again. I've actually had COVID 5 times, and the slightest bug, I get it. And with long COVID, you have to sleep. You are so exhausted. It is unreal. The headaches, you know what the headaches are like, either from the jag or from having COVID yourself. So you really can't concentrate on much. You can't watch it. It is really awful. I feel as though I've lost a year out of my life again. But I'm trying. Hopefully I will be here through the 2 Christmas days, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Boxing Day will be about New Year's Day. This is from our Tracie. And I want to say, the girls, the videos, oh my goodness, it's taken a while to watch them. I do have to watch them in 2 or 3 parts. But they are amazing, absolutely incredible. This collab is actually about the design team and friends. If you click on the link on Tracie's website, Tracie Fox Creative, you will see this. It'll actually be joined together. And you click on the box, so easy. Once you click on the box, it takes you straight away to the video. There's no messing about. You don't have to keep going back to somebody's YouTube channel to try and find the one you haven't seen yet. You just click on the day and you are there. Brilliant idea. So all the links are here. I will put the link below so you can find it. Now, while we're talking about the website, if you haven't already subscribed to Tracie's Foxy Rag and her newsletter, freebies and that, it's on the website. You will get a number which will be your logging. Keep hold of it. Because poor Tracie, the amount of people will say, I can't find the freebies or I've lost my number. Please keep hold of it. If you've got a phone, put it in your notes, put it somewhere you're not going to forget about it. And you will then have access to Tracie's freebies and to the Foxy Rag. Now, the other thing, Tracie and Jay have got Ko-fi or coffee. It depends how you pronounce it. Brilliant idea, because they're doing the Foxy Rag free now. But if you go over there, you can buy them a coffee. Now, a coffee costs next to nothing. I mean, we are talking pennies here. It's something like £2.50, I think, in English money now. And it's so easy to do. It's the sort of pennies you're not going to think about. And it'd be lovely to go and support them both, because they put so much effort into all the creations that they are doing. They really do. And I love this collab. It's brought the whole design team, plus our friends that have joined us. And it's been amazing, because so many of the design team have not been around. Laurel, for example, has had a real lot of illness. So it's really been a difficult year for everybody. So it's so lovely to be here. I'm hoping I can keep this up. If I don't reply to messages, I am not ghosting you. It is purely and simply, I physically can't do it. I'm asleep on the bed, or I'm trying to get through a headache, or the medication's waiting to kick in. And the other thing on that, they're going to have to put me on morphine, because the pains from the fibromyalgia and in the backs of my legs, I've got to the stage now where the tramadol's not working. So falling apart the seams, but happy to be here. So this is what you will see. I'm doing day 15. And this is what you will get for day 15. Now, I was absolutely tickled pink when I saw this, because obviously it's sewing. I love sewing. and it's buttons. Oh my days. If you could see how many button tins I've got, but I'm not going to get them all out. I was really over the moon about this one. So what I've done so far is I've cut out the tags, and I've made some of the embellishments to make it a little bit easier on you, and also hopefully I get through and don't start snoring. So let me just pop that aside. So first of all, your basic tag. Now I've done two, one way round and one the other way round, because this is the front, this is the back, but I flipped them because I thought, well, that'll just give us a bit different. These are the tags that everybody tries to get, the whale tail punch. Now I don't use the whale tail punch. I managed to find these. These are dies, and they come in several different sizes for the same thing, and it's brilliant because you can do several at the same time. It just, all right, it means you've got to get your machine out. It's not quite as easy as going clunk and you've got your punch there, but it means, you know, it's something easy and very, very cheap. They're very, very cheap on eBay. They really are. So I've got two tags there, and then I've got another one that I've backed. Now this paper here that I've backed it with is from Tracie's kit. I've got the name here. Brain gone. Vintage Christmas. Now Vintage Christmas was out about 3 years ago, if I remember, and it's a music paper. So I've backed it with a music paper before I've done my sewing, and on this one I've put the tags here so that I can do it up. So that's where I've got my basics on that one. So let's start on the first one. Now the first one, let me work out which one's which. That's for that one. See, this is what happens when you get confused. Let me just pop all the little bits in their places. That one there and that one there. Yeah, right. So here, and this is actually needing a bit, this needs actually gluing down because I've done it like this so you could see that these do move. And this here, that is for the backing, I used floristry paper. You know when you buy those cheap packets of floristry stuff, you know, occasionally you'll buy when you treat yourself or somebody gets you one. So I saved this, and the reason I saved this, you should be able to see it on the tag. It says Merry Christmas, so I hung on to that thinking, well, I might be able to use that. And then I've used here, because I don't know whether you've all noticed, but our toys and Christmas treats no longer have cellophane on them in the UK. It's probably similar in America. You basically get, sorry, I'm just grabbing my phone. You get like the inside cellophane packet, you know, the packet that actually holds, say, your mince pies, but you don't get that on the top bit, the acetate that we used to take off and use in our crafting. So I was trying to think of where else I could find it, and thankfully I found it there. So if anybody buys your flowers, hang on to it because you can use it for doing this. Now, these are so easy to make shakers, aren't they? I'm just going to try and get my glue to work now this morning. You know it won't work, don't you? Oh, here it comes. No, I think I'm going to have to stick something down. It has been -8 here in Scotland, and I know it has been well below minus over the whole of the UK. London and the home counties have really suffered down there this year. Having come from about 25 miles outside London, it was very rare we actually used to get snow. And of course, when it snowed, it was amazing. Whereas up here in Scotland, we're more used to it. So it has been very hard, you know. We've got strikes going on everywhere, and snow. It's you know, really the season. The strikes, it's just crazy. We've got rail strikes, we've got baggage handler strikes, we've got postal strikes. They're threatening to do the power strikes. Who's the other one? Train strikes. And one of the newspapers had today, when I was reading my phone, a list of who's on strike and who's not on strike today. So I thought, well, that's very novel. Right, so this is my first one, so I've just popped that on there, and then I've got Tracie's Let It Snow, which I'm actually going to pop in front of there to change up a bit, because some, you don't want to use the same thing on every tag, do you? Yeah, so poor UK is kind of going through it at the moment. Let's just pop in straight on there. Right, and then this is one of Tracie's extras. She's got when you buy the kit, there's 2 pages of extras, and you can use the extras in your tags. I've got to say, my goodness, the girls, the tags that have been coming through, because obviously I do admin with our Maggie, and you know, helping Tracie and Jay, and you see the tags and that as they're coming through, the posts, and my goodness, the girls, it was Lorella's that totally blew me away. She used onion paper on hers. If you haven't already seen it, oh my goodness, she's done decoupage and she's used onion paper, and my days, it was absolutely gorgeous. Are we going down? We are. Bonk. So simple and so easy, and I'm leaving it hanging over the top because I like that hanging over the top bit. Now, if you wanted to on this one, you could put a hole in there and you can put your fluff out the top if you like, but I wanted to keep these 2 simple because I'm put brads on the other one. Not brads. Grommets. She's having one of those days. Now, the buttons here and in here, you won't be able to see it. Oh, God, maybe I see it. But some of these I put on 1 piece of card and some I put on 2. You know, just bits of packaging to give them a little bit of height. And I've in the shaker, they're different heights, and on here they're all got 3, and then I sewed them on. Now this cotton is a very, very old vintage cotton. It's actually a bit thicker than normal cotton, and it feels rough. You can really tell the difference. It feels like pure cotton embroidery thread we used to get back, gosh, in the 70s. So I've used that to sew it on. How you would if you bought a packet of buttons years ago, before they did the staple the buttons on the card, they would sew the buttons on. So I've done that just like that. And then this is an MDF star. Now what I've used on my MDF, just MDF stars, is the Glittercraft that I've used Glittercraft's paste for many years. Glittercraft. It's just glitter frosting paste. Now the glitter frosting paste you can find all over the place. Tonic do it. That's a really big name that you all know. And it dries in about 20 to 30 minutes. It really dries quick. So if you want a really nice glitzy thing, or, you know, make it glitzy and what have you, instead of waiting for dry glue to set, I would definitely recommend getting a glitter frosting paste. They might have it slightly different wording. The reason I use Glittercraft is because I know Leona really, really well, and she was doing her monthly box for years, and obviously we have a heck of a lot in this house, and the grandkids absolutely love it. So I also got a little tree here that I did, but on the tree I just bounced the spatula around a bit to give it a bit of texture, and you'll see that one in a sec, because that one's in fact I think that one was supposed to go on. Can't remember which one that one's going on. Yes, it was supposed to go on with this one on Let It Snow. That's right, sorry. It needs to go on this one at the bottom. See? Go away and you come back and you can't remember a blind thing. You've lost your brain. So let's just stick him down there on the corner. So he is now on there. I'm hoping you can see all right. I've got the lights on. I've got the round light on my desk on, but it's, you know, despite the sun shining, it's really, really dark. So I'm just going to plonk him straight down. This one I've kept really, really simple. I was thinking of putting ribbon on this one, you know, or bric-a-brac, you know, something like this. But I wanted to keep this one simple. So if you just, you know, think about it. If you wanted to, you could put lace down the side. You could put doilies Everybody loves doilies this time of year. I know in America you get those gorgeous gold ones, absolutely gorgeous gold doilies, and they really do look a fab. I've not actually seen them here. They probably have them here, but I've not actually seen them here. That's it, the glue's getting misbehaving. It's the, do you know, it's warm in here, but the glues are still, and I did put acetate in it, acetate. Nail varnish remover. You'll be going back, you'll be shouting at the screen saying, she's got it wrong again. Calm down a little bit. I love this green. I really love this green. And I've used the Tim Holt. Okay, why are you bouncing? Seems as though I must have caught. Not sure why that's bouncing. Must be the thread underneath. No doubt it'll sit. I'll pull the thread through in a bit and glue it underneath. Sorry, I'm shaking my glue like that. God, what's the matter with you today? You're being so bad. Yeah. I do think these MDF shapes this time of year are so useful. So that's the other version. So that's the 2 versions so far. Now this one, oops, this is another one of the extras on the extra page. So I've used the, you know, the pearl drops or whatever else you want to call them, stickles. But if you use the stickles, you know you have to leave it overnight to dry. You really do. It just doesn't like to behave at all. I've got some little buds here because I think this will need to come up because the colours will be sinking in. Little foam pads. I used to buy the great big wheels of the foam when the Craft Channel were on. And my son said to me one day, can I borrow some of your foam? He says, I think it was the number plate, something with the number plate had fallen off. I don't know, something had happened. But he needed to borrow a bit to get it before he could get it repaired. So I'm looking for this roll and I'm looking for this roll. This is later on, forgetting that he'd borrowed it. And when I got it back, there was the most tiniest piece left on it you could imagine. I mean, he must have used it for everything. I think he'd run amok with it. So the bit that came back was, you know, you can imagine when they're doing cars how yucky it was. So I said you can keep that. I definitely had to get a new one there. Now this says Christmas button selection, which I think is so lovely. So that's just stuck on there. Then on here I'm going to put our little snowman because I think he's absolutely adorable. Yes, I did use the back of another thing that I'd printed when the printer decided to misbehave. So he's going to go up there. And then, where's my scissors there? I'm just going to have to cut this one in half. Oops. Cannot believe how quick this month has gone. It's been incredible. You just sort of blink and it's away. I mean, to think that Yule will be here. It's usually around, Yule is usually around about the 21st. And I know, like the Norwegians celebrate Yule and many other people. And then, of course, the Wiccans celebrate Yule. So that's coming up really quick and fast. Now, what I've done for this one, oops, is she looking the glue again, is I've, these were in Laura last year. I had a couple of packs from Laura, her mystery boxes, and these were in there, and I thought these were adorable. I thought, imagine that as a gift. You know, you could actually give buttons away as a gift. So I've got somewhere, there it is. I've made the little pocket so it could slide in and out of the pocket. Oops, too much glue. I'm definitely going to need to buy new glue because this is just not behaving at all. It says, look, you've ignored me for 8 months or 9 months, or however long it is. Do you think we're going to behave today? Just stick that now first. Make sure it's straight. And he'll sit in there. And I've got a tiny little bow just to stick at the top. That was Siri. Siri's listening in. Okay, it's Siri popping up on my PC. It must be getting near the bottom because it's really been a pain. So that's the inside. It'd be a lovely little gift for somebody, wouldn't it? And I have got some ribbon I was 2 and 8 with. Let's lay out that way. I was 2 and 8 putting a little bit of ribbon on the bottom because I thought he would look quite nice. But then I think that tree would have to go up, wouldn't it? Shall we try it? I'm not trying to go try and take the tree off. Not by a long shot. It can stay where it is. I just picked some bits and bobs out while I was getting the table ready, when my desk ready. All this glue, it's bubbling. Don't you love it when Fabri-Tac starts doing that bubble? Let's see. There. That dries, that'll be alright underneath it. Yeah, so that's a little tag. I hope I'm in frame because I haven't been checking. You're all going to be shouting at me, aren't you? You're not in frame, you're in the wrong place. And then we can put a big bow on the side. This is not working. Let's try you again. Yeah, that's better than we. And that bit off of there. Okay. And then I thought, what might be nice is a little ball pin with a charm or two on. These are those lovely little jingle bells. I mean, I know Tracie, we've been using them for a good couple of years. And they just look lovely. We use them all year round, not just Christmas. They're one of those, you can use them all the time, can't you? Yeah. So that's the double one. So I think I've actually done it right this year. So we've got the lovely double one. A very simple, easy one to do, this one. I'm going to sort that out. I'm going to have to glue that one on. Oh, I can see what's happened. The button, the knot has come through the card on the other side. Now, so that one's stuck down, the rest is... It's There's nothing like fixing little mistakes, is there, when you're crafting? And then, of course, this other one here. I love this. I'm not going to shake it because yesterday the 15 had landed up here and it was upside down. And I was watching the football last night trying to shake it to get it in the right place. And it now looks like a Christmas tree. So I'm not going to shake him again because I think he needs to stay as he is. Because I think he's adorable. Sorry, it should be this way around, something like this. I can't remember which way I made them. So, guys, have an amazing holiday over the Christmas period. Do go and check out all the girls. I mean, my goodness, they are just so inspirational. And the lovely thing about it is that everybody does their own thing. You've all got your own way of doing things, your own way of looking at things. And it is just incredible. Janet with her vintage envelope. I was like, oh, I just love that. And you just keep thinking of, well, this one did that and this one did this. And it really inspires you. And if you've lost your mojo after watching these videos, you'll be back. You really will. You won't want to be back away again. You will be just glued. Absolutely incredible. So please support them all. They are just absolutely amazing, these girls. They really are. And I'm just so proud to be part of this team. And hopefully I'll see you around. Do join Tracie's group as well. I will give you a link for that. And I will find some time to go back because I'm sure I have a giveaway that I haven't done yet. I've just got that feeling in me that I'm sure there's a giveaway I've not done. So I'm going to check my YouTube later. And if the giveaway hasn't been done yet, I will put the link under this video. And then I will draw it on my Christmas Day video for Tracie. Okay, that way somebody will get a surprise on Christmas Day, but I can't post it out until these horrible Royal Mail strikes stop. There's some horrible things in the news about parcels being attacked by a fox and rats and that was been left outside, and you don't know how much truth are in these, but there is a huge backlog. So I'm not going to attempt to post anything until the new year. If there isn't a giveaway to be done, I will do one and post the link Christmas Day to draw it on New Year's Day. So one way or the other, I'll get that done. So have an amazing day, everybody. Sorry I've blethered so much. I made such a mess up. But I'm back. Love and blessings, everyone. Bye.